I am recording this video for the rare occasion when I cannot greet you personally. As you are approaching the last dirt road called Shmangdu Hang A, or in English Range A, and turn to it, to the right or to the left, depending from which direction of the highway you are driving from, you will, on your right side, shortly after the turn, encounter the white wooden gate, and I will demonstrate it as I am approaching this. There it is. That is the entrance to the property. You would open the gate like that. 1, 2. This one swings open. And this one has a metal bar that you lift and swing this open as well, like so. And stick it on the ground so that it holds it place. And then drive off. As you're driving in, you will see two buildings here. The one closest to me right now is just the garage with the maintenance equipment, and the one that is further out there, the darker colored building, is the cabin. You can park your car. These could be different from what you're used to at home. Next to the cabin is the water station. It consists of water jugs, and that is of potable water. You can drink it, you can cook with it, you can wash with it. Proceeding to the back of the cabin, there is a little patio with a life-saving net protecting you from the bugs. A little backyard with a swing, statue, and most importantly, the outhouse. For the outhouse, number one, you can do anywhere, just not in the garden and the flowers. And number two is preferably to do in here. There are two ways to do it. One is through this compostable toilet, gray color, and the other way to do it is in this Walmart bucket with a poopy bag. There are spare poopy bags provided. But compostable toilet is the most convenient way. You use it like a normal toilet, with the exception of when you're done, you would pull this lever and all the business falls in the lower level where it composts. If you need to squirt a little bit of water, there is a pump that you press and it should squirt. Cabin, there is a fire pit with a couple of chairs. Forest fires is a real thing in this area, so please, if you want to have a fire, do it in the fire pit. There are some initial fire supplies like firewood and fire starter located under this top, and literally 10 meters in every direction there is dry wood and dead branches anywhere in the forest if you need to restock. Under this tarp there are some chopping facilities in the form of an axe, a hatchet, and a saw. This trail leads to the other side of the property. The property itself is a rectangular in shape, viewed from a sky view. It's 1 kilometer in length and 0.5 kilometer in width. The cabin itself is on the rightmost boundary of the property, and if you follow that trail, it will lead you to the other side of the property and eventually to the top of the hill, which is in the center of the property with a $1 million view. One landmark that I suggest you look out for when you're on top of the hill is the picnic table. Next to it is the view on several lakes that we have here in Otter Lake. Now that we're done with the outside, I will proceed inside of the cabin and show you the facilities. It has power enough to supply the lights and to charge your mobile devices over here. If the battery it's powered by the battery that's under the bed. It should last for a couple of days. In case you're running low on power, it will start beeping. If you want to disconnect the beeping, one of you brave souls should go under the bed and locate the red switch next to the 2 yellow plugs. When you turn that switch, the beeping will stop and the power will cease to exist as well. We have some cooking facilities in here. They're powered by these little butane tanks. If you run out of them, there are replacements over here. To turn on the stove, you would position it like this, turn it all the way, and then some until it clicks. And here you go, it starts the fire. If the click doesn't work sometimes, matches will work to ignite the fire as well. And to disconnect it, you just do that and flip this up. What does flipping up do is it positions this in and out. So if you want to replace it, you would disconnect that, take it out, throw it away in the garbage, put the new one in, like so, push it in, and it's ready to go. All the pots and dishes and cutlery and plates and cups are sanitized. They're washed and ready. Open all the drawers in the cupboards, explore and use what's inside. There's some coffee, sugar, and basic supplies if you need to. If you want to visit the outhouse at night, these are some useful tools for night walking, which is a flashlight, a headlamp, and a lantern that may be quite useful in that situation. If you hurt yourself, here is a first aid kit, which will not save your life, but may prolong your life enough to visit the hospital. There is a mosquito repellent, as well as the extinguisher, fire extinguisher, waterworks as well. If you're visiting in the colder seasons, like we are right now in the fall, this is what heats the cabin. This is the propane heater. Although it is rated for internal use, still it combusts propane, and through the combustion process CO2 is released. To keep you safe, I put the CO2 detector over here that will beep if the CO2 levels are getting high. But my suggestion, if you are using it, crack up the window a little bit so that you have some air going on. Or before going to bed, heat up the cabin real nice, then shut it off and go to sleep nicely. Either way. I will spend some time to show you how to operate it. You would open up the gas. You would turn this on to medium or high. The gas is not on yet until you press this purplish button over here. And I will show you what to do next. But you position this in this hole, the match in this hole, light up a match, position it in this hole, and press this button over here until it becomes red. I will try to demonstrate now. I position my phone so it doesn't fall off. I will demonstrate to you how to light up the match. So once again, you open up the gas here, you put this black knob on high, you light up the match, you stick it in this hole, and you press the purple button on the side until it ignites, and you keep on pressing it for 30 to 60 seconds. You wait till it becomes all red. This purple button on the side that you're pressing hard right now is the safety device. So if there is no fire, the gas will disconnect. So keep on pressing it. Again, the knob is on high, the gas is on. Keep on pressing the purple button until it's all red. The instructions say from 30 to 60 seconds you have to press in it before releasing it. And after that, it's all red. Nope, it's too early. So you have to wait until it heats up some more to be sure. So what I'm doing, now I can take my phone, I believe, and demonstrate to you. I'm pressing this purple button over here very hard. And I'm waiting for it to become really hot. Sometimes it takes 30 seconds, sometimes it takes 60 seconds, then you release it. And if it's not hot enough, it will disconnect the gas. So you keep on pressing it very hard, all the way in. To shut off the heater, it's the opposite from starting it on. You would turn this black knob to off position and it would stop. And to be completely safe, you can shut off the gas on top as well, like so. Now everything I've told you is in here, these instructions. If you flip it open, you would see all the instructions about heating, cooking stove, water, step by step, use of the toilet, fire, garbage, most importantly, the checklist before leaving. And this is the childish map of the trails. This is the dirt road. This is the dirt road that you took. This is the first entrance that you took with the gates. This is where we are. It's called the soccer field because that's the only flat surface on this land. And that is the trail that I showed you before that will lead you eventually to, if you follow it, top of the hill, the Pine Hill. And there will be a picnic table to look for, from which you will see a view on the lake. And that is another gate that marks the other boundary of the property that is always closed. If you have time to spare, there are some local attractions and necessities, such as convenience store. We can buy booze, some main supplies, gas of course, ice, etc. And the time or driving time from this location. And that's the aerial view of the property itself. And on the back of it are some good attractions. I very much recommend the waterfalls. They're about 36 actually minutes from here, and some other attractions in the vicinity. Thank you again for attention to this video. Enjoy your stay and leave a good review.